MSPN.TV, in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association, brings you coverage of the 2023 Minnesota State Amateur Baseball Tournament, the 100th playing of this great sporting tradition. Coverage is made possible by the Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation, treating addiction, transforming lives. By your local McDonald's owners and operators, offering competitive wages, paid time off, and tuition assistance. And by the Star Tribune, your home for the best prep coverage.
The boys of summer gonna play today. And sure as the sun will rise again, there's gonna be another baseball game on the diamond.
Well, here we go. One more on this Sunday in Delano Class C, a state baseball tournament. Aaron Worm and Kit Callis with you. Coming into the games today, I think a lot of fans were thinking top-ranked Delano will be taking on third-ranked Jordan in the semifinal, but don't tell a Bluffton and Maple Lake that. Bluffton with a 1-0 win against Delano. Maple Lake with a 3-0 victory against Jordan. And instead it's the Braves looking for their first ever trip to the state championship. This is the farthest the Bluffton Braves have ever been, and the Maple Lake Lakers, the lone remaining team from the area region. Delano, Hutchinson, Loretto, and Maple Lake, the four teams to make it. So Buckman beat Nisswa. That's a final 7-2. So Buckman will take on Bird Island. Winner of that game will get the winner of this one, the state championship, coming up tomorrow here in Delano at 1 o'clock. So we are ready to go. Maple Lake, they're the home team. Pitching for Maple Lake is going to be Alex Winslow. Isaac Hammond will lead things off, and here we go. Over for a strike, it's 0-1 in the Class C semifinals. Is underway at 4:25. They talked about a 4:30 start, but with the heat, we'll get things going as soon as possible. That's over for a strike. It's 0-2. Looking for some numbers on Winslow. Winslow appeared in 6 games this year, just 1 start for Maple Lake. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. No, just got a piece of it. Winslow pitching 12.2 innings, gave up 11 earned runs. Struck out 14, walked 17, a 7.82 ERA for Winslow. But he gets the start with a chance for his team to go to the state tournament. According to the Maple Lake Lakers website, he has not pitched since August 13th. Take that back. August 12th against Delano. That's outside for a ball. It's 1-2. That game against Delano, not a bad outing. Pitched 4 innings, giving up just 1 earned run off of 2 hits, and a 4-0 loss to the Athletics. 1-2 pitch, that's popped up left side. Long run for Clapp. He's going to run out of real estate, and that's out of play. Josh Dykoff, again, many Dykoffs on the Bluffton lineup, will get the start in this game. They're the draftee from Sebeka through a complete game shutout in their victory against Delano. 1-2 pitch. Missed outside, it's 2-2. Isaac Hammond, Peyton Rondesvet, and Jake Dykoff, the first 3. That's outside for a ball. Then Justin Dykoff, Josh Dykoff, Logan Pulyu, White Hammond, Kyle Dykoff, and Connor Davis, the lineup for the Bluffton Braves. Bluffton's won their last 2 games 1-0. 1-0 win against Laverne in the round of 16. 1-0 victory against Delano. 3-2 pitch, grounder right side. Over to first, and there's 1 down. That's Decker over to Drazum for out number 1, and Hammond's retired in a 4-3 putout. Rondesvet. So Peyton Rondesvet, he went 0 for 3 in the victory against Delano, had 3 strikeouts and 1 sacrifice. Pitches over for a strike, it's 0-1. Maple Lake, the battery, Matt Bergstrom catching, and Alex Winslow, the lefty, on the mound for the Lakers. 0-1 pitch, up high for a ball. Logan draws him at first. Riley Decker at second. Ben Clapp at third. Luke Phobie, he's the shortstop. Nobody on, one out here in the first. 1-1 pitch coming. That's hit hard left side and under the glove of the shortstop, Phobie. And a one-out base hit. So Bluffton's got a runner on with one out here in the first inning. That'll bring up Jake Dykoff to second baseman. Dykoff was 2 for 4 with a couple of base hits. A couple of strikeouts. Now win against Delano. He scored the alone run in that game. Josh Dykoff with an RBI base hit in the fourth, scoring Jake, and that was the lone run. And Bluffton's 1-0 victory against Delano. 1-1 pitch. Just missed on the inside corner. It's 2-1. Wherever there's shade to watch the game from, that's where the fans are right now. Definitely awfully warm out in the sun. 1-0 pitch. That's hit straight back. And it's 1-1. Alex Winslow, high school Blaine, college Dakota County Tech. To the lefty, it's a big start for his team. Drafty Jordan Flick from Dassel Cato got the job done. And their victory over Jordan. Flick with a complete game 5 hitter. It's a 2-1 pitch coming here to Jake Dykoff to second baseman. Just underway, top of the first. Class C semifinals. That's down low for a ball. It's 3-1. Always good to see some new blood this far along in the tournament. The Bluffton Braves, winners of their region. Wouldn't say a surprise team, but again, their first trip to the semifinals. That's popped up, foul territory. Clapp takes a look, catches. He got time, tripping, and well, it's out of play anyways. I don't think the catcher saw it right away, Bergstrom, and it lands out of play. Matt Bergstrom just catching a 9 full innings in the heat. Got about a half-hour break and right back out there. So a payoff pitch coming to Jake Dykoff with 1 out. Ronitsvet at first. And a 3-2 pitch coming here from Winslow. Payoff pitch. That's foul straight back. Runner was going, so a hit and run. Well, not a hit and run, but going with 3-2 pitch and 1 out. In Maple Lake, everybody on their team's a Maple Lake graduate besides, it looks like 4 guys. Maybe 5. Couple Annandale, Amora, Atwater. I mentioned again Alex Winslow from Blaine. So a 3-2 pitch coming. Winslow taking his time in the stretch. Ball 4. And Bluffton's got something cooking here in the first. The runners on first and second with just 1 out. That'll bring up Justin Dykoff. And a quick meeting as Bergstrom will go out there to meet with this young pitcher. It looks like a young lefty. Having a conversation with him after back-to-back base runners reach here in the first. Again, heat's going to be the story for this one. Both teams have already played in the heat once. But Maple Lake, again, just getting out of the heat. Bluffton got a little bit of a break for a few hours. So Justin Dykoff, the catcher, steps in. Showing bunt, pulls back. That's outside for a ball. See if they've updated tournament stats. I don't think they've updated from game number 1. See a 1-0 pitch to Justin Dykoff. Showing bunt again, and it's bunted foul. It's 1-1. Interesting strategy here in the top of the first. Your cleanup hitter trying to bunt with 2 guys on and 1 out. I guess you look at the numbers for Dustin Dykoff for the tournament. 1 for 11. So maybe they're just trying to get him going. Now just 1 for 11 for the lefty. Checks to runner, 1-1 pitch. Fouled. It's 1-2. Jake Dykoff, who walked. Dykoff having the best tournament offensive-wise. He's now 6 of 13 to lead the Bluffton Braves. So 1-2 pitch coming to Justin Dykoff with a couple of guys on. Top of the first, 1 out. Winslow checks to runner. And the 1-2 pitch inside, almost got him. It's 2-2. Again, the ace of Maple Lake, he pitched yesterday. He's playing center field, Hunter Malachek. Got a feeling in a game that you have to have if he's able to throw at all today. You'll see him later in this one. 2-2 pitch, down low, ball 3, gets away from Bergstrom. Runner's trying to move up, and everyone's going to be safe 90 feet. Bergstrom probably did the smart thing and kept that one in his back pocket. So, Rondesvet moves up to third. Dykoff moves up to second. A 3-2 pitch coming to Justin Dykoff as Bluffton trying to strike first in the top of the first. Infield's going to play normal depths. They will give up a run for an out. We already have a couple of guys running down to the bullpen for Maple Lake. That's down low, ball 4. So a base hit and a couple of walks. The base is full of Braves here in the first. It's like a drafty went down there for Maple Lake. Not sure if that's Aiden Smith from the Rockford Crows or Riley Grunhagen from the Cokato Colonels. It's a quick conversation. Calm down their lefty. So Josh Dykoff will step in. Dykoff was 1 for 3 in game 1 today. Had the RBI base hit, the only RBI in that 1-0 win. Also had a walk. Josh for the tournament. He's now 2 for 10. And a big spot early. Right down Broadway for a strike. It's 0-1. Big pitch by Alex Winslow to get that one over. Bases loaded. Rondesvet at third. Dykoff at second. Dykoff at first. 0-1 pitch coming. That's a grounder foul. And Winslow way ahead at 0-2. Went back to the concession stand and have another pork chop on a stick. When you find something you like, all the foods at the state tournament, so good. 0-2 pitch coming from Winslow. He's looking for a double play ball with the bases full of Braves. That one's hit hard, but right at the center fielder, that's going to score a run. It's a late tag. The throw's going to come to third. He's going to be safe, and scoring from third base is going to be Rondesvet to make it 1-0 Bluffton. Rondesvet got a late jump from third. It didn't matter because the throw from Malachek came to third base. So a sacrifice fly by Josh Dykoff. It's an RBI. Rondesvet scores. Jake Dykoff moves up to third, and the Bluffton Braves strike first, 1-0 on a sacrifice fly here in the top of the first. Logan Pulyu, number 6 hitter, falls that one back. Pulyu in the first game was 1 for 4 with a base hit. For the tournament, he is 3 of 11. So runners on the corners. Jake Dykoff on third, Justin Dykoff on first. Winslow trying to keep it to just a run. Bluffton trying to jump out to a 2-0 lead or more here in the first. 0-1 pitch, that's well outside. It's 1-1. Donnie Mavenkamp had the big hit last game. In left field, Hunter Malachek in center. Right field, that's Ben Geltz. So a 1-1 pitch coming to Pulyu. That's foul. It's 1-2. And the Shagers are keeping busy here at Delano Municipal Baseball Park. The Shagers bring all the baseballs together. Each foul ball is worth $1. And at the end, the Shagers split the money. Good teamwork there, and everybody goes home with a few bucks. Runner's going. He's going to step off. Runner trying to score. Now they're going to have him in a pickle. So Winslow steps off like he should, and that's just not good running by Bluffton. So Justin Dykoff started going to second, and Jake Dykoff got himself in no man's land, and the inning is over. Nice job by Winslow, not the balk. He took his time, stepped off the rubber, and the inning is over. But Bluffton does strike first. 1 run off of 1 hit, 2 runners left on base, and no errors. Half inning complete in the Class C state semifinals. The winner will play for a championship coming up tomorrow at 1 o'clock. 1-0 Bluffton. We head to the bottom of the first. You're watching coverage, the state amateur baseball tournament on the Neighborhood Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dylan. I work for McDonald's in Western Wisconsin.
Hi there, how may I help you?
What I've learned working here is people and communication skills and time management.
213.
Archery is the opportunity is a great benefit. It makes being a working student easier because McDonald's is helping pay for college. I'm studying in college to be an elementary school teacher.
Big chicken, small fry.
Working here in a hectic environment will help me be a better school teacher.
For job information, text APPLY to 38000 or visit job.
Hunter Malachek batting third to center fielder. Donnie Mavenkamp, the cleanup hitter, playing left. Number 5 hitter is Matt Bergstrom, the catcher. Batting 6th, the second baseman, number 1, Riley Decker. Batting 7th, the DH, number 15, Grant Mergen. Batting 8th, the first baseman, number 11, Logan Drazum. They're batting 9th, the right fielder, number 4, Ben Giltz. So Josh Dykoff gets the start for Bluffton. 1-0 Braves on top. Luke Phobie, Ben Clapp, and Hunter Malachek leading off here for a Maple Lake. Phobie, he went 1 for 4 against Jordan. Had a base hit and 3 groundouts. A 1-0 pitch. We had a huge crowd for the first game with the hometown Delano Athletics. Still a good crowd, but obviously not as big with Delano no longer in the tournament. 2-0 pitch. It's outside for a ball, and it's 3-0. And now you get to the part of the tournament. Almost seems like the team that's got the most pitching left is the team that wins the state title. 3-0 pitch coming. Strike on the outside corner. It's 3-1. So Phobie for the tournament. Got his numbers now at 3 for 18 for the tourney. 3-1 pitch. Over for a strike. It's 3-2. Get Hunter Malachek, who was 10 for 13 coming to the day. I think he went hitless in game 1. He did go hitless. Dangerous hitter here in game 2. So Phobie walks, and Ben Clapp had a big double in the 8th inning that got things started for Maple Lake. They would score 3 runs in the 8th inning to beat Jordan 3-0. Got the leadoff guy on here in the bottom of the first. Up high for a ball, it's 1-0. Both teams passed their top couple of guys. Now you start to get into your 3rd and 4th pitchers here in the semifinals. So time is called. And again, this is where draftees really come into play. A 1-0 pitch. That's outside. Good stop by the catcher, knocking that one down. Or the backhand was Justin Dykoff. That's 2-0. Right now, Josh Dykoff having a tough time finding the strike zone. Walked the first guy in a 2-0 hole to Ben Clapp. Maple Lake, of course. They played in championship games before. Bluffton trying to get to their first. 2-0 pitch. It's a strike and it's 2-1. So in the final four, we have three teams ranked in the top 10. Buckman ranked 5th, taking on 8th ranked Bird Island. And Maple Lake ranked 10th. Quick throw to first, sliding in safely. So the top four teams, Delano and Jordan and Watertown. Again, Watertown did not get to state. The cream of the crop not getting to the final four. 2-1 pitch. Count strike on the outside corner. It's 2-2. It's the beautiful thing about this tournament. Single elimination. You run into a good pitcher. Don't get those key hits. And Jordan, a team that now has 3 losses this season. Only time they were shut out all year. 2-2 pitch. That's hit the opposite way, and that's going to land for a base hit. Keep an eye on Phobie. He's going to pull up at second. And Maple Lake's got something going here in the first. Runners on first and second with nobody out for Hunter Malachek. Again, Malachek, 10 hits in his first 13 at-bats here at the state tournament. But he went 0 for 3 at last game. Guy that hits that high of average. I would assume he's not bunting. But we've seen stranger things happen here at the state tournament. The handful of games I've watched, I've seen number 3 and number 4 hitters bunt. I'm going to guess they're not going to take the bat out of Malachek's hand. First and second, nobody out here in the first. He is showing bunt. How about that? It's a bunt. He's got some good speed, and no one's going to cover. It's infield base hit. Second baseman came over to cover. I think even if there would have been someone there, Josh Dykoff was not going to throw him out. Malachek with some good speed. Yeah, he wasn't bunting for a sacrifice. He was bunting for a hit. So the bases loaded, nobody out for the Lakers here in the bottom of the first. Down 1-0, but threatening for a big first inning. Again, Donnie Mavenkamp, 2 for 4 last game, a base hit in the 6th. And I guess officially be a triple. I had him down as a double, but a triple in the 8th of last game. And then the throw came the 3rd. Got away from the 3rd baseman, and Mavenkamp scored. So 2 RBIs. Scored to make it 3-0, and that's why the Lakers are here. That pitch is outside for a ball. For the tournament, some pretty good numbers. Mavenkamp now 8, a 17. Again, they will choose an MVP by the time this tournament's done. Bases loaded, nobody out, the 1-0 pitch. That's hit hard. The second baseman could be 2 to short for a 1 and rack him out. It's a 4-6-3 double play. Much needed if you're a fan of Bluffton. Dykoff to Rondas Vats over to Hammond. Run does score. It's not an RBI because they get into a double play. So 4-6-3. Malachek retired at second. Mavenkamp retired at first. Ben Clapp moves up to third. And Matt Bergstrom, the catcher, number 5 hitter. Where's number 23? He steps in. Bergstrom was 0 for 4 the game against Jordan. So it's a 1-1 game. If you're Bluffton, you'll take a double play. Yeah, you'll take a double play. Well, let me get the runs right here. It's a 1-1 game. Swing and a miss. So an 0-2 pitch to Bergstrom with a runner on third. Now 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And the 0-2 pitch down low. Good stop by Justin Dykoff. Still 1-2. That's a great story, the Bluffton Braves. So a 1-2 pitch. That's a ground right back to the pitcher to should end the inning. Dykoff picks it up over to first. 1-3 put out. Josh Dykoff over to White Hammond. And the inning is over. But A double play, scores one with the bases loaded. 1 run off of 2 hits, 2 runners left on base and no errors. 1 complete in his Class C semifinal. Bluffton won. Maple Lake won. We're back in a moment on the Neighborhood Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dylan. I work for McDonald's in Western Wisconsin.
Hi there, how may I help you?
What I've learned working here is people and communication skills and time management.
213.
Archways to Opportunity is a great benefit. It makes being a working student easier because McDonald's is helping pay for college. I'm studying in college to be an elementary school teacher.
Big chicken, small fry.
Working here in a hectic environment will help me be a better school teacher.
For job information, text APPLY to 38000 or visit jobs.mchire.com.
Top of the second, Aaron Worm and Kid Callis with you on this Labor Day weekend. How are you enjoying your Labor Day weekend? Staying inside where it's cool. I know if I wasn't at the ballpark, I'd be in some air conditioning right now. If you have tomorrow off, enjoy your day. I have to work for a few hours tomorrow, my full-time gig. Then if it's too hot, probably just rest in the air conditioning. So Logan Pulyu, the left fielder, number 6 hitter, lead things off for Bluffton. 1-1 game, both teams striking in that first. Pitch from Winslow is outside for a ball. Pulyu, he went 1 for 4, the base hit the earlier game. 1-0 pitch from Winslow. That's a ground foul. And it's 1-1. Get a Maple Lake team, their 33rd appearance of the state tournament. Last time they got this close was 2012 when they won a state championship. 1-1 pitch. Curveball just missed outside. It's 2-1. They were Class B champions in 1931. Class A champions in 1939. They got 2012 Class C champions. Right fielder near the foul line will make the catch. It's a long run. Able to chase it down as Ben Geltz for out number 1 here in the second. As for Bluffton, 9th visit to the state tournament. 6 in a row. But again, the farthest they've ever got at state. They have never got to the semifinals until this year. So Wyatt Hammond will step in, first baseman. Hammond was 1 for 4. First game, that's over for a strike. It's 0-1. On the deck, just to the right of the first base dugout, a lot of shade, a lot of fans. It's probably where the most fans are sitting. Grandstand for the most part, now in the shade. 0-1 pitch, falls straight back. It's 0-2. Again, 1 o'clock, if you're looking for something to do tomorrow on your Labor Day, 1 o'clock championship game right here in Delano. Winner of this game against Buckman, the Billy Goats, or the Bird Island Bullfrogs. A couple of great nicknames. Other side of the bracket. 0-2 pitches outside for a ball. It's 1-2. Sometimes you see semifinal games, a lot more offense. Again, teams are on pitcher number 3 or 4 when it comes to their depth chart. That one's hit foul. That's still 1-2. Third game I've seen Maple Lake play here at the state tournament. There's no doubt the Lakers can hit the ball. Bluffton team's been led on pitching, winning back-to-back games 1-0. 1-2 pitch coming from Winslow. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Strikes out Wyatt Hammond for out number 2. After a rough start last inning, the young lefty trying to make this one a quick one. So Kyle Dykoff, the third baseman. Dykoff 1 for 4. And that win against Delano. Yeah, 2 teams coming into today. Delano and Jordan, both teams just 2 losses this season. And both teams eliminated. That one skied out to left. It should end the inning. Long run. He'll make the catch. Got the shades out there. On the run is Donnie Mavenkamp, and Bluffton goes down in order. 1, 2, 3 in the second. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the second here in Delano. It remains Braves 1, Lakers 1. You're watching coverage of the Class C State Amateur Baseball Tournament on the Neighborhood Sports Network, NSPN.TV.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Bomb the second. Aaron Worm and Kit Callis with you from Delano Municipal Baseball Park. You know, Kit's been here all weekend, worked a full day yesterday, full day today, doing a great job on the camera work. So 1-1 game, bottom of the second. Maple Lake and Bluffton. Bluffton looking for their first ever trip to the championship game. For Maple Lake, their first trip since 2012. 6, 7, and 8 due up. Riley Decker, Grant Mergen, and Logan Drazum. First pitch over for a strike. It's 0-1. We checked out our official temperature here in Delano for a while. 94. Showing bunt, gets the bunt down. It's a good one. Dykov with a strong throw. Pitcher took his time. That's Josh Dykov, set his feet, threw it over to Hammond. And Decker's retired 1-3 for out number 1. Yeah, we're at 94 degrees. Feels like it's 97. It's like temps will start to go down by 7 o'clock. Game should be over by then or close to it. Swing and a miss. Grant Mergen, the DH. Mergen, in the first game, 0 for 2, did have a sacrifice bunt in game 1. 0-1 pitch coming to Mergen. It's up high for a ball. It's 1-1. Again, Class B is having their championship game coming up yet tonight at 7:30. Air Freight Unlimited going to take on the winner of Cold Spring and Shakopee. Cold Spring's up 7-6. 1-1 pitch. That's hit foul. And it's 1-2. It's been a back and forth game with those two teams. Bottom of the 7th. Cold Spring just tied things up at 6 apiece. Now taking the lead on a Brad Olson double. 7-6 Cold Spring. 1-2 pitch. Grounder right side. Wide Hammond. To his pitcher, Dykov. 3-1 for out number 2 here in the second.
Next up, first baseman, number 11, Logan Drazum.
Well, it's Goat Nation versus Frog Nation. Saw the tweet or the X, whatever you call it, in the Minnesota Baseball Association. They're going with a draftee from Piers for the Buckman Goats. And Bird Island's going with Effering in that matchup. Last year, Buckman got to the championship game, got beat by Nisswa. Just eliminated the Lightning earlier today. Nobody on, 2 outs. 1-0 pitch coming to Drazum. That's outside for a ball. It's 2-0. Again, wins have pretty much diminished. He's talking to Eric Steinhoff, one of the best groundskeepers that there is in the state of Minnesota. He's been up this weekend helping out. 2-0 pitch. That's skied out to center. Going back, still going back. Now he's going to pull up near the warning track and making the catch is Isaac Hammond. Sent him for a ride was Drazum. but Hamann able to track it down, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. So both teams go 1-2-3 in the second, 2 complete. It's the Class C semifinals. The winner goes to the championship game tomorrow. Lakers won. Braves won. We're back in a moment on the Neighborhood Sports Network, NSPN.TV. Top of the third here in Delano. And it's nice up here in the press box. Not complaining about any heat today. Got a nice breeze coming through the press box. Here right behind home plate, a great vantage point. Bringing the third game from Delano, the final game of the afternoon. Started off with a Bluffton 1-0 win against Delano. Maple Lake a 3-0 win against Jordan. Now Bluffton and Maple Lake meeting. The winner going to the state championship game coming up tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon right here in Delano. You can catch that game, of course, right here in the Neighborhood Sports Network. First pitch swing, that's a base into left field. Connor Davis, the right fielder, saw a first pitch he liked, and the leadoff guy is on for Bluffton here in the third. The Buckman Billy Goats. And they're in the other semifinal. They were the C champions in 1999. Took second in 2001. Took third in 2019. Runners up last year, again losing in the championship game to Nisswa. Showing bunt, gets a nice bunt down. Clapp at third. Nice throw over to first. Clapp was playing in on the corner. So Isaac Hamann gets a sacrifice bunt, gets the job done. Davis moves up to second. Runner on second with 1 out. When it comes to Bird Island, the Bullfrogs, this is the farthest that Bird Island has ever been. It's their 5th straight trip to the state tournament. But just like Bluffton, Bird Island has never played in the state semifinal until today. So you got a couple of teams with rich history of making runs in the Labor Day weekend. You got 2 teams trying to, knock off some of the blue bloods when it comes to amateur baseball. Peyton Rondesvet had a base hit back in the first and scored. Runner on second, 1 out. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for both teams. Winslow. Pitch hits the outside corner, it's 0-2. Again, 7:30 tonight, they're going to have the championship game in Dassel. For Class B, Air Freight Unlimited taking on whoever survives that back and forth game. Last check, Cold Spring up 7-6 against Shakopee in the 7th. 0-2 pitch, a swing. Did he hold on? Nope, Bergstrom cannot hold on. It's still 0-2. Both teams go with guys from their own squad to start. Both teams had draftees. Helped them win quarterfinal matchups. And the 0-2 pitch. Curveball struck him out. A big hook. And Rondesvet swings right through it. Strikeout number 2 for Winslow. That's a big second out for Maple Lake. So 2 down here in the third for Jake Dykoff. Dykoff, no official at bat. He walked back in the first inning. In between games, looked over to the splash pad, and that's full of kids. Should be on a hot Labor Day weekend. First pitch hits the outside corner. It's 0-1. And Winslow, after a rocky first inning, he walked a couple, gave a base hit, had the bases loaded with just 1 out. So able to get out of that jam with just giving up 1 run. He's looked better. Shaking off some of the nerves. Checks the runner at second, 0-1 pitch. Called strike on the inside corner. It's 0-2. Jake Dykoff not happy with that count. And Winslow way ahead. Justin Dykoff, cleanup hitter, waits on deck. Bluffton trying to jump back on top, looking for a big base hit. With 2 outs here in the third. And the 0-2 pitch. That's skied foul right side. First baseman's going to run out of real estate there. Ends up, I think, into the parking lot. Good chase there by Drozum. Couldn't get to it. I mentioned earlier, Bluffton about 2.5 hours away from Delano. Maple Lake, of course, in the area. So this area around Delano, nice to have one team making it this far. 0-2 pitch coming. Good lead at second. Winslow's not checking him. Curveball just missed on the outside corner. It's 1-2. Yeah, Davis had a good lead at second. Winslow, I don't think he actually peeked back at him. He's not careful. Davis will try to swipe third. 1-2 pitch coming here to Jake Dykoff. Little peek at the runner. Curveball hit hard but foul. It's still 1-2. Again, thank you to the Minnesota Baseball Association, all the volunteers here for the state tournament, making this a great 3 weekends of baseball. With the best yet to come, championship game in Class B tonight, championship game in Class C coming your way tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon. 1-2 pitch coming from Winslow. Leadoff guy reached on a base hit. Sacrifice bunt and a strikeout. It's now 2 down. 1-2 pitch outside for a ball. It's 2-2. Davis had even a bigger lead he could see that time. Shortstop Phobie not paying a whole lot of attention. Now the second baseman, Riley Decker, took 1 step over. Trying to keep him honest there at second. 2-2 pitch. Up high for a ball. It's 3-2. So nice job by Jake Dykoff to work the count full. 3-2 pitch coming. Again, both teams 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Three-two pitch. Curveball and protected. That would have been close to ball 4. Smart hitter Dykoff made sure he wasn't called out on strikes. Don't want to leave it in the hands of the umpire. So it's 3-2. Payoff pitch coming once again. Winslow taking his time. And the 1-2 pitch, or 3-2 pitch inside, ball 4 just missed. So Justin Dykoff, the cleanup hitter, will step in. Runners on first and second and 2 outs here in the third. So the catcher, Justin Dykoff, will step in. End of 7, Cold Springs over Shakopee 7-6. That Class B semifinal going on in Dassel. So here we go. Pitch down low for a ball. It's 1-0 to Justin Dykoff, who walked back in the first. Third walk issued by Winslow. He's also given up 2 base hits. Trying to strand a couple more guys out there. And the 1-0 pitch. That's skied foul, and it's 1-1. Heading towards the concession stand. Oregon, they're so quick. Put your order in. 30 seconds later, you got what you came for. Hamburger, cheese curds, taco in a bag, the burrito bowl, that looked good too. Pork chop on a stick, and much more. So a 1-1 pitch coming to Justin Dykoff. That almost hit him. It did hit him. Just got him. And the bases are loaded with Braves here in the third for Josh Dykoff, who went into a double play. I take that back. Did not hit into a double play. Into a fielder's choice that scored a run back in the first. Then Jake Dykoff Got picked off wandering too far from third base to end the inning. So the base is full of Braves. A base hit, a walk, and a hit by a pitch. That's a strike, and it's 0-1. Peeking down, nobody in the Maple Lake bullpen right now. Obviously, both managers will have quick hooks in the state semifinal. 0-1 pitch from Winslow. Grounder right back to Winslow. Oh, it gets by his glove, but he's still got time. No, everyone's safe, and it's 2-1 Bluffton. And Winslow is able to field that cleanly. And now another guy's trying to score. And what's going on? Was time called? Time was already called. So time was called. Bluffton almost made their second base running mistake. I have no idea why they're trying to score him there. We're going to say time was called. So it's going to be an error. It's going to be an error on the pitcher on Winslow. So Connor Davis scores to make it 2-1. And Jake Dykhoff trying to sneak around and score. He would have been out. But again, time was called. And it's 2-1 Bluffton on top. Base is still loaded. That's fall straight back. So an unearned run given up here in the third. And Logan Pulyu, the left fielder, flow to the right fielder back in the second. So Bluffton trying to make it hurt up 2-1 here in the third. 0-1 pitch from Winslow. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. Good high fastball. Pulyu could not catch up with it. Maple Lake fans looking for a big out. Bluffton trying to increase their 2-1 lead. 0-2 pitch. Outside, good stop by Bergstrom. Knocked that one down. And it's 1-2. Our first two games combined, we had 4 runs scored in 18 innings of action. We already got 3 runs scored. We're only in the top of the third. 1-2 pitch coming from Winslow. And the pitch inside for a ball. It's 2-2. Again, Winslow's had a little control problem today. He's walked 3. He's hit 1. Now a 2-2 pitch coming to Pulyu. The base is full of Braves. And a 2-2 pitch. That's hit hard to the shortstop. This should end the inning. Going to take the easy out. 6-4 put out. That's Phoebe over to Riley Decker, and the inning is over. But an unearned run, and Bluffton takes the lead. 1 run off of 1 hit. 3 runners left on base, and 1 Maple Lake error. We head to the bottom of the third here in the Class C state semifinals. Winner plays in the championship at 1 o'clock tomorrow here in Delano. It's Bluffton 2, Maple Lake 1. Back in a moment on the Neighborhood Sports Network, your home for the 2023 State Amateur Baseball Tournament.
For all your scoreboard, video display, and sound system needs, please give Amy Electronics a call and let their 35-plus years of experience help elevate your game day atmosphere to the next level. Amy Electronics is a local Daktronics representative throughout Minnesota and can be reached at 952-941-9830. Amy Electronics is located in Eden Prairie, Minnesota, just off of Highway 169, Highway 212, and Interstate 494.
Minnesota is celebrating a century of state town ball championships. 80 teams in 2 classes chasing a late summer's dream. For a comprehensive recap of the weekend of state tournament stories and highlights, tune in to Bally's Sports North on Sundays for Amateur Baseball Today, presented by the Minnesota Baseball Association. It debuts right after the Twins Live postgame show. Amateur Baseball Today on Bally's Sports North.
Bottom of the third, 2-1 Bluffton on top. Couple of updates. Top of the 8th in Dassel in the Class B semifinal. Shakopee with 2 runs so far in the top of the 8th. Again, this game has gone back and forth. 8-7, Shakopee over Cold Spring. Winner of that game gets Air Freight United in the championship game coming up at 7:30 tonight over in Dassel. Bird Island in the top of the second. They're on top of the Billy Goats. Bird Island leads Buckman 3-0. Again, Bird Island has never played in a championship game. Buckman took second last year. It's early, but again, the Bullfrogs up 3-0. Speaking of teams that have never played in the championship, never been this far in the state tournament, the Bluffton Braves have a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the third. 9-1-2 due up for Maple Lake. Ben Geltz, Luke Phobie, and Ben Clapp to face the righty Josh Dykoff. Earlier game today, Ben Geltz went 0 for 3 with a couple of flyouts and 1 groundout. Over for a strike, it's 0-1. Give these guys a lot of credit. Again, you're battling the heat. It's a long day and a Sunday. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. Besides playing in maybe, a tournament somewhere this summer, might be the only time that either of these teams have had to play 2 games in one day. The 0-2 pitch to Geltz. That's going to get away from the catcher. It's strike 3. He's going to get to first. So it gets away from the catcher on strike 3. Well, the pitcher talking to the umpire. It's always a tough break. You get a strikeout. But it gets away from the catcher. So Geltz is on. So Luke Phobie, the shortstop. Phobie walked and scored back in the first inning. Just have a feeling again with these two offenses. Expect this to possibly be a high-scoring game as a bunt. Dykoff's got one play. He'll throw it to first. 1-3 putout. Strong throw from Josh Dykoff over to Wyatt Hammond. So Luke Phobie does his job, sacrifice bunt. Geltz moves up to second for Ben Clapp. Clapp had a base hit back in the first. Hunter Malichuk also had a base hit. And 2 guys batting over 400 in Clapp and Malichuk coming into the state tournament. Very tough 1-2 punch in the 2 and 3 spot for the Lakers. Good lead out there at second by Geltz. Down low for a ball. It's 1-0. Nice thing for fans. Maybe they're on their 3rd game of the day here in Delano. After this game is over, they can head over to Dassel and watch the Class B championship. Doesn't cost them anything extra. It's a great deal at the state tournament. That's up high for a ball. It's 2-0. Two-0 pitch coming. A couple of years ago, here in the Neighborhood Sports Network, called the longest game in state amateur baseball history. It's a called strike. It's 2-1. I think that was last year. Yeah, last year. Loretto lost to Bird Island in 21 innings. Like we mentioned, Bird Island on top 3-0 over Buckman in the second. 2-1 pitch. That's it hard. A base in the left field. And to keep an eye on the runner. They're going to wave him around third base. Here comes a throw. There's going to be kind of cut off. And it's a 2-2 game. So Clapp gets the base hit. Geltz waved all the way around. Josh Dykoff just put his glove down. Didn't really try to cut it off. So Ben Clapp with an RBI base hit. Brand new ball game once again. We're tied at 2 here in Delano. So why you play that small ball, get the guy over to second. He asked the meat of the order to knock him in. So Hunter Malichuk, 1 for 1, had a base hit back in the first, steps in. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for Bluffton. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for Maple Lake. That's inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Probably a bigger crowd for Maple Lake. And a longer drive for the Bluffton Braves. 1-0 pitch. Down low for a ball. And Malachek in the driver's seat. The 2-0 count coming his way. That one's popped up on the left side. Shortstop drifting to his right and making the catch is Rondesvet for a big out number 2. Huge out number 2 to retire Malachek.
The batter is left fielder Donnie Mavenkamp.
Yeah, Maple Lake, 18 miles away, just northwest of Buffalo. Definitely a quicker drive for their fans. So Donnie Mavenkamp was the hero in game 1 today. That's hit hard, a base in the left field. Mavenkamp just jumped on the first pitch he saw. So a couple of guys on with just, well, I should say 2 outs. Again, Gelt struck out and reached first and later scored. That's why we're tied at 2 apiece. So Matt Bergstrom, the catcher, number 5 hitter. Bergstrom's 0 for 1. He went back to the pitcher on a 1-3 putout. Now we've equaled the amount of runs we saw in game 1 and game 2 combined. We're only in the 3rd. Checks the runner. Hits the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Oh, you mentioned in the previous broadcast, Maple Lake was the team in the first round of the tournament. They were up 8-0 against Union Hill. The Bulldogs came back to tie things up at 8 apiece. Union Hill, the bases loaded. I think in back-to-back innings, the 9th and 10th, with 1 out with a chance to walk it off and could not come up big. Stats flown out to left. Maple Lake survived that game all the way to the state semifinals so far. And they've tied things up as Bergstrom flies out to left. So 1 run off of 2 hits, 2 runners left on base, 3 complete. Good one so far. Bluffton and Maple Lake tied at 2 on the Neighborhood Sports Network. $10 monthly fee, but the best deal when it comes to streaming, just $30 for the entire year. If you have a monthly subscription, think about signing up for the full subscription today. NSPN.TV.
MaxBat is proud to support the Minnesota Baseball Association as we are the official wood bat. We take great pride in producing high-quality wood bats for professional, amateur, and youth baseball players worldwide. At MaxBat, our main focus is quality, customer service, and quick turnaround time. All Max Bats are created using meticulous hand craftsmanship and engineering in our state-of-the-art facility in the heart of Town Ball Country, Brewton, Minnesota. Minnesota amateur baseball has always been a big part of our success. We want to thank you for your continued support and for making us the leading wood bat brand in Minnesota. Good luck to all our loyal customers playing in the state tournament.
So Alex Winslow goes the first 3. Winslow's line giving up 2 runs, 1 earned. Gave up 2 hits. He struck out 1. Ended up walking 3 and hit 1. So Riley Grunhagen, lefty from the Cokato Colonels, comes in. Again, Jordan Flick, draftee from the DC Saints, got the complete game win in game 1. And Maple Lake will hand it over to Grunhagen. 7, 8, and 9 due up for Bluffton here in the top of the first. Top of the 4th, I should say. White Hammond, Kyle Dykoff, and Connor Davis. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1 to Hammond, who was the lone strikeout victim to Winslow back in the 2nd. 0-1 pitch. Off speed. That's a strike. It's 0-2. Maple Lake going to their draftees. And I think we've only seen Malachek and now Winslow. Might be the only 2 guys that Maple Lake's pitched from their own team. That's a swing and a miss on an 0-2 pitch. Strikes out Hammond for out number 1. Second time Hammond's gone down on strikes. If you're just tuning in, sacrifice fly by Josh Dykoff in the first. Made it 1-0. Maple Lake would come back. He had double play ball, but that scored Luke Phoebe to make it 1-1. Bluffton would take the lead. The top of the third, an error by the pitcher allowed Davis to score to make it 2-1. An RBI base hit by Ben Clapp tie things up at 2, and that's where he's sitting right now. 1-0 pitch. Outside for a ball, it's 2-0. Connor Davis, the right fielder, waits on deck. Kyle Dykoff, the third baseman, number 23. Fall to the left fielder back in the second. 2-0 pitch. Called strike, it's 2-1. Two-one pitch. Outside for a ball, it's 3-1. Been a fun day of baseball here in Delano. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Neighborhood Sports Network, NSPN.TV. 3-1 pitch, outside, ball 4. That's the fourth walk issued by Maple Lake pitching so far, and Connor Davis, the right fielder, will step in. Davis had a base hit last inning and scored on that error by the pitcher Winslow. Again, still a nice crowd here in Delano. Call strike in the inside corner. Got a lot of people predicting. We're looking for a possible Jordan-Delano matchup here in the semifinal. Top-ranked team against a third-ranked team. But these two teams playing spoiler. That's outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Maple Lake fans not happy with the guy in blue. Give the umps a break. They're working hard. It's hot out there. 1-1 pitch. That's a grounder. Could be 2. Steps in the bank for 1. Reel it to first. A double play, and the inning is over. Nice job of the shortstop, Ronda's vet. Take that back. Not Ronda's vet. That's Phoebe. Talking about the wrong team. Phoebe steps in the bag, and a 6-3 put out. The inning is over. So a two-out walk is stranded, or a 1-0 walk is stranded at first base. No runs off of no hits, no runners left on, and no errors. Again, Luke Phoebe, the double play, taking it himself. So he head to the bottom of the fourth. It's a 2-2 game. I apologize. I'm not sure why my scoreboard says 3-2. Sure I get that right for you. Sure I get the scoreboard all up to date. It's my third game of the day. I think it's starting the show. We'll take a timeout on the Neighborhood Sports Network, NSPN.TV. You're watching coverage of the Class C State Amateur Baseball Tournament from the Delano Municipal Baseball Field. We are back in a moment. Got to thank more of our great sponsors for making all our coverage possible.
It started with a simple idea: to break what the game knows, to evolve the standard. It's time to revolutionize defense. Printed in 4D for a breakthrough in technology. Ultra lightweight, resilient, form fit, game ready, and pro tested. Designed for a revolution. Engineered for defense. The Rev 1X.
Local sports coverage can be found on NSPN.TV all year long. From the first crack at the bat in August to the final putt in June.
And that is good for the individual championship.
We are there. Subscribe to the Neighborhood Sports Network to watch events both live and on demand, including state tournament coverage in every sport. Email jobs at nspn.tv if you'd like to join our team of broadcasters and camera operators. Welcome to the neighborhood.
One pitch coming to Decker, leadoff hitter. Down low for a ball, it's 2-1. 6, 7, and 8 due up. Riley Decker, Grant Mergen, and Logan Drazum for Maple Lake in a 2-2 game. Josh Dykoff, the righty. 2-1 pitch. That's hit hard. That's got gap written on it. Center fielder gets over there fast enough. It's a long base hit. Nice job by Isaac Hammond out there in center to cut that off. So the go-ahead run is on for Maple Lake here in the 4th. So Grant Morgan, the DH, 0 for 1, grounded out to the first baseman back in the 2nd. Grant Morgan, Maple Lake graduate. Riley Grunhagen, again the draftee from the Cokato Colonels. Now pitching for Maple Lake. His high school, Howard Lake Waverly Winstead. 0-1 pitch to Morgan, who's 0 for 1. That's outside for a ball. It's 1-1. One pitch. That's outside for a ball. It's 2-1. 2-1 pitch coming. Again, both pitchers taking their time. Every pitch so important. Bluffton out of Region 14. 2 teams coming out of that region. Them and New York Mills, the 2 reps. That's fall straight back, and it's 2-2. Again, Josh Dykoff is pitching. High school, it says Crookston. Doesn't have anything listed for college. Kobe Kaiser. Sabeka, draftee. Pitched at Southwest Minnesota State, had the complete game shutout. That's it, and it's going to be foul. Down that first base line, just hook foul. Terry Geiser, the manager, played college ball at Crookston. Wyatt Hammond, first baseman, Bemidji State. Jake Dykoff at Crookston. Kyle Dykoff, along with Justin Dykoff. And Logan Polyu, all at Fergus Falls. 2-2 pitch coming to Mergen. Nobody out. 1 on here in the bottom of the 4th. That's fouled. 2-2. We've seen a lot of good battles. A lot of foul balls this afternoon. Keeping those shagers busy. And those that are in charge of shagging, it's $1 a ball. They gather the money up, split it at the end of the game. So a 2-2 pitch. If you're a fan that gets a foul ball, you're looking for the shagers. 2-2 pitch outside. That's 3-2. It's a good way to make sure as many baseballs are returned. So a payoff pitch to Mergen. Riley Decker on first. With nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. That's ball 4. And Maple Lake's got something going here in the 4th inning. A base hit and a walk, nobody out. And Logan draws up, flow to the center fielder back in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1, steps in. I want to thank the fine folks here in Delano. They're making sure we stay hydrated. Always bringing waters up here. As a member of the media, we definitely appreciate that. So we're going to have a meeting at the mound. Big situation coming up. 11-7, Shakopee's on top of Cold Spring in the 9th. The Shakopee Indians, a team that, I don't want to say back in the day, but a power in amateur baseball. I think it's been a few years since Shakopee has been to the estate tournament. I grab my history book. Shakopee's 3 outs away from playing for a state championship. Yeah, 2018 was the last time. That's a 4-year hiatus for Shakopee. Showing bunt. Bunts down, it's foul, it's 0-1. He was still in the box. Obviously, if he bunts it, he's out of the box, and it hits him, he's out. But a Shakopee Indians team, Class A champions in 1940, Class B champions in 1959, Class B champions in 2009 and 2010. Runners up in Class B in 2013 and 2016. On the brink of playing for a state title. 0-1 pitch. Gets the bunt down. It's a good one. We got to play. Can be a 3-4 put out. Nice job of the second baseman, Jake Dykoff, to get over there. So wide Hammond. 3-4 to retire. Drazen for out 1. Decker moves to third. Morgan the second. And Ben Geltz, the number 9 hitter right fielder, steps in. And a 2-2 game and a couple of guys in scoring position here in the bottom of the 4th. Already playing in that championship game tonight. Trying to find the... So it's Air Freight. They were the Class A champions last year. They're out of St. Paul. They won their only championship last year. So the defending Class A champions. Looks like a possible date with Shakopee at 7:30 tonight. First year of the combination of A and B. Sure the board will discuss the offseason, how that worked. They brought 32 teams to the tournament, went single elimination. So that's a grounder right back to the pitcher. Dykoff looks them back over to first, and a big out for Bluffton. As Geltz grounds out a 1-3 put out. Decker's got to hold that third. There's now 2 outs. And Luke Folby, the shortstop. Folby with no official at bat. He walked in the first, had a sacrifice bunt in the third. That walk in the first, he later scored in an RBI. It wasn't RBI, it was a double play that scored him. So Maple Lake trying to cash in a base hit and a walk to start the inning. Now there's 2 outs. The top of the order up for the Lakers. Josh Dykoff giving up 5 hits and walked a couple. That's down low. Good stop by Justin Dykoff. It's 1-0. Again, Maple Lake champions back in 2012. Bluffton looking for their first ever visit to the state championship and the 100th anniversary of state amateur baseball. That one's fouled straight back. It's 1-1. I believe, and someone can tweet at me or text me, next year, I think it's Bell playing in Jordan, hosting the state tournament. Back in my neck of the woods. A little closer drive from Montgomery. 1-1 pitch coming from Dykoff. Maple Lake trying to take their first lead of the game. That's down low for a ball. Gets away from the catcher. Justin Dykoff, but not far enough for anyone to go anywhere. It's 2-1. Decker on third. Morgan on second. Thank you so much for spending your Labor Day Sunday with us here in the Neighborhood Sports Network. I think Steve Thompson's got the championship game tomorrow. The Golden Tones. Definitely be watching tomorrow afternoon. So a 2-1 pitch from Josh Dykoff. It's all about capitalizing these postseason games. And the 2-1 pitch. Outside for a ball. It's 3-1. Well, they do have a spot open, but Ben Clapp, who's 2 for 2, a couple of base hits, not a guy you want to face with the bases loaded. So Josh Dykoff trying to fight back. Nice breeze here in the press box, but again, the flag out there in right, not moving at all. 3-1 pitch coming. Ball 4. And the bases are loaded, full of Lakers. It's the second walk issued this inning. And Ben Clapp. I mentioned this in an earlier game here at the state tournament. Almost like video game numbers for a Clapp. So there's going to be a pitching change. Going to your Maple Lake website. Clapp's numbers. .495 average, on base percentage of .562. There's going to be a pitching change. 55 hits and 110 at bats, 46 runs scored. Nobody gets this guy out. We only get him out half the time. So a pitching change. So Josh Dykoff is going to go 3 2/3 innings. Let's see who's out there for Bluffton, number 26. Was high school's Wadena, Peyton Rondesvet. So they come in the pitch. So Rondesvet was at short. He's now going to pitch. See who the new shortstop is out there for. This kind of changes the Bluffton Braves have. So a new pitcher. Who went to second? Number 7? Okay, so Kobe Geiser is now at so Isaac Hammond goes from center to short. So we got a new center fielder. Well, this is a big spot to come in. Peyton Rondesvet has to come with the bases loaded. 2 outs here in the 4th. It's a 2-2 game, and going to face maybe one of the best hitters here in the state tournament.
Second baseman Jake Dykoff moved to center field. Number 16, Josh Dykoff, remains as a designated hitter. Now playing second base. Number 7 is Cody Geiser.
Okay, so Jake Dykoff went to center. Josh Dykoff stays as the DH. And Cody Geiser comes into play second. So that's the changes for Bluffton. Well, here we go. A key at bat here in the bottom of the 4th in the state semifinals. It's over for a strike. It's 0-1. Little different delivery from Rondesvet. Bases juiced, 2 outs. And the 0-1 pitch. That's hit foul and quickly hit 0-2. Little flick at the end by Rondesvet. Getting like he's got the old school stirrups. I think everybody should be wearing those. 0-2 pitch coming, trying to leave him loaded. And the pitch outside for a ball. It's 1-2. Get a little different delivery. Something different to throw up against Ben Clapp, who's 2 for 2. And the 1-2 offering just missed outside. It's 2-2. A base hit and a couple of walks. The bases are loaded here in the bottom of the 4th in a 2-2 game. Rondesvet taking his time in the full wind. Did wave off one pitch. Now time is called by the umpire. Clapp calling timeout. Every at bat so big. 2-2 pitch. Outside, it's 3-2. Well, the merry-go-round is going to be going here for Maple Lake. 3-2, 2 outs. Everyone's going to be in motion. A huge pitch. The crowd making some noise. Ball 4, and it's 3-2 Maple Lake. So Decker will score. It's an RBI bases loaded walk, and Maple Lake, the Lakers, on top 3-2. The 3rd walk issued here in the 4th. And Hunter Malachek, who's 1 for 2. His stats according to their website, 414 hitter. First pitch swing, and this should end the inning. And did the easy out, a flip for the new second baseman Geiser over to Hammond, and the inning is over to retire Clapp. But a bases loaded walk puts Maple Lake on top. 1 run off of 1 hit. 3 runners left on base. Maple Lake has now left a total of 7 on the base path and no errors. 4 complete here in this state semifinal. Maple Lake 3, Bluffton 2. Got a score update coming.
Baseball Association in Dassel. It's now a final score. Cold Spring got a run in the bottom of the ninth inning, but they fall to the Shakopee Indians 11-8.
So 11-8, Shakopee. So Shakopee will take on Air Freight. The championship game coming up at 7:30.
Shakopee Indians will face Air Freight Unlimited for the state championship in Dassel.
So that game in Dassel. I guess 7 o'clock start for that one. So Air Freight taking on Shakopee in the Class B championship. We'll find out here in the next hour or so who's going to meet in the Class C championship coming up tomorrow. 3-2 Maple Lake on top. Let's take a quick break on the Neighborhood Sports Network. Actually, we're going to keep it right here. No timeout here at the end of 4. I want to thank Eric Steinhoff. Yeah, next year, the estate tournament. Belle Plaine, Jordan, Green Isle, and Shakopee. And if they run the tournament like they did this year, Shakopee, I assume, would be used for the first weekend, like Waconia was used this year. More beautiful ballparks to hang out at. The mini Met, of course, Tiger Town and Belle Plaine. So make plans. Last 2 weekends in August, and of course, Labor Day weekend. All the baseball you can handle. Belle Plaine, Jordan, Green Isle, and Shakopee coming up next year. We're in the 5th. Reaches over for a strike. It's 0-1. Again, Winslow went the first 3. Riley Grunhagen from Cokato, the draft. He came in last, and that's crushed to right field on the run. Going to hang up and make the catch. Flying in was Ben Giltz, who was hit hard by Isaac Hammond, the leadoff hitter. There's one down here in the 5th for Peyton Rondesvet. Rondesvet 1 for 2, a base hit, and a run scored in the first. Struck out back in the 3rd. So Grunhagen has faced 4 guys. Had a double play that helped him last inning. Outside for a ball, it's 1-0. Outside for a ball, 2-0. A lot of pitches been thrown here in this one compared to the first 2 games. Over for a strike, it's 2-1. Yeah, some teams don't have to go to their draftees until Labor Day weekend. Some been riding draftees into this Sunday. 2-1 pitch. It's a grounder. It's 2-2. Minnesota State Amateur Baseball Tournament, very unpredictable. Today has definitely showed that. 2-2 pitch. That's hit. Shortstop can't get to it under his glove. Isaac, take that back. That was Luke Folby. Tried to get to it. Not able to, so it's a 1-out base hit by Rondesvet. He's now 2 for 3. Tying run is on with 1 out. It's for Jake Dykoff, who's now playing center. Dykoff has reached twice, a couple of freebies, a couple of walks. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Bluffton. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for Maple Lake. First pitch swing and falls straight back. It's the top of the grandstand and comes right back in. 0-1. NSPN.TV, again, $10 monthly subscription, $30 for the entire year. Maybe you're a town ball fan, you have a $10 subscription going on right now. Save yourself some money and check out some great high school action. Football, volleyball, soccer, and much more. Sign up for the annual subscription today at NSPN.TV. 0-1 pitch, inside, just missed. It's 1-1. Grunhagen taking his time. Peeks over to first. And the 1-1 pitch. Up high for a ball. It's 2-1. So Hammond flew out to right. Base hit to Rondesvet. Now a 2-1 pitch coming here to Dykhoff. That one's crushed to left field. Left fielder going back, still going back at the track, and makes the catch. Hit a long ways, but Maven Camp in the sun makes the catch for out number 2. So Jake Dykhoff gave it a ride. It just missed it. There's 2 outs. So Justin Dykhoff has also reached twice. He's walked and got hit by a pitch. So that was your first official at bat for the 3 and 4 hitter. Coming into the inning, Jake and Justin. 3 walks and a hit by a pitch. So runner still on first with 2 outs. Over for a strike, it's 0-1. It's fun to watch amateur baseball again. Just normal guys that go to work and play baseball evenings and weekends just for the love of the game. 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, it's 1-1. Could be a family member, could be a neighbor, could be a coworker. It's the great thing about amateur baseball. So 1-1 pitch with 2 outs. Rondesvet on first. And the 1-1 pitch. Down low for a ball, it's 2-1. Again, Riley Gruenhagen came in last inning. Alex Winslow went the first 3 innings, giving up 2 runs, 1 earned off of 2 hits. Walked 3, hit a guy, and struck out 1. 2-1 pitch. Down low for a ball, it's 3-1. Number 5 hitter, Josh Dykhoff, waiting on deck. Jake, Justin, and Josh. Dykhoff, Dykhoff, and Dykhoff. Fill in the middle. The Braves order. 3-1 pitch. That's fouled left side. It's 3-2. So runner will be in motion. Rondesvet can get a good jump here in the 5th. Again, Air Freight Unlimited taking on Shakopee. Class B championship tonight. Over in Dassel. Bird Island and Buckman battling in the other semifinal. 3-2 pitch. That one's hit hard. Should end the inning. Over to first. Easy play for the second baseman. That's Decker. Decker over to Gerazim, and the inning is over. So a 1-out base hit is stranded. No runs off of 1 hit. 1 runner left on base and no errors. That's 6 left on the base path for Bluffton. We are halfway home here in the Class C semifinal. Winner's going to play for a state title coming up tomorrow afternoon here in Delano. It remains 3-2 Maple Lake. So you're watching coverage of the state amateur baseball tournament on the Neighborhood Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dylan. I work for McDonald's in Western Wisconsin.
Hi there, how may I help you?
What I've learned working here is people and communication skills and time management.
213.
Archways to Opportunity is a great benefit. It makes being a working student easier because McDonald's is helping pay for college. I'm studying in college to be an elementary school teacher.
Big chicken, small fry.
Working here in a hectic environment will help me be a better school teacher.
For job information, text APPLY to 38000 or visit jobs.mchire.com.
4 complete over in Litchfield. Bird Island, the Frogs lead the Buckman Billy Goats 3-1. Again, Bird Island has never been to a semifinal until this year. The Frogs on top 3-1. Maple Lake leads this one 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Rondesvet will come right back on. Start his 2nd inning of work, or take that back. Yeah, he came in relief last inning. Retired 1 guy, so he's pitched a 3rd of an inning. He's going to face 4, 5, and 6. Donnie Mavenkamp, Matt Bergstrom, and Riley Decker. Again, Mavenkamp, the hero. Their victory against Jordan. They triple in the 8th that scored 2, and then as he was going to 3rd, he got away from the 3rd baseman. And Mavenkamp would also score on that play. That was plenty for Jordan Flick, the draftee from Dassel Colcado, through the complete game shutout. So Maple Lake took care of the Jordan Brewers 3-0. So Donnie Mavenkamp 1 for 2, a ground out to the shortstop. Had a base hit back in the third. First pitch swing and falls straight back. It's 0-1. 2 runs off of 3 hits, no errors for Bluffton. 3 runs off of 5 hits, 1 error for Maple Lake. And Riley Grunhagen, draftee from Cocato's, done a nice job in relief for Maple Lake, and it's 0-2 to Mavenkamp. That one's fouled, right side. Can run this vet. Different delivery, a little bit of a whip at the end. The 0-2 pitch. That one's popped up on the infield. First baseman says, I got it. That's Wyatt Hammond. Make the catch for out number 1. Got that little flick. That delivery might make it a little bit tougher on hitters as Matt Bergstrom, the catcher, number 5 hitter. Bergstrom's 0 for 2. He ground out to the pitcher back in the first. Flow it to left, back in the third. Aaron Worm and Kid Callis with you from Delano. Been fun spending a Labor Day Sunday with you. So we celebrate 100 years of amateur baseball. Pitch is over for a strike. It's 0-1. Nowhere else I'd rather be than here in Delano. This beautiful Sunday. 0-1 pitch is outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Riley Decker, the second baseman, waits on deck. 1-1 pitch. That one is hit foul, and it's 1-2. 1-2 to Bergstrom. Again, Mavenkamp just popped out to the first baseman. You're just tuning in. Bluffton with 1 in the first and 1 in the third. Maple Lake 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. That's hit the opposite way. A base hit in front of the right fielder. Davis will get to it. So Bergstrom is on with the 6th hit of the game for Maple Lake. Not sure if we'll need the lights here. With Delano, the lights first installed in 1948. They've had lights for plenty of years. It's a strike. Inside corner to Riley Decker. Decker 1 for 2. Ground to the pitcher in the second. Had a base hit and a run scored. An RBI by Ben Clapp to give his team the lead. Outside for a ball, it's 1-1. And the programs that they have here. So much great history and information in the state tournament. You got to the state tournament. I hope you got a chance to pick up the program. Two and 1 pitch coming. Yeah, next year will be the 101st state tournament. 2-1 pitch. Outside, it's 3-1. So Maple Lake trying to get something going. Already up 3-2. Again, last year, Nisswa beat Buckman 12-3 to win the Class C championship. Called strike, it's 3-2. Rochester beat Champlain Park in 12 innings 4-3 to win the B championship. In St. Louis Park over Baseball 365, 8-0 to win the A championship. So Air Freight Unlimited actually won the Class A title. Look down for a second. Did he get hit? Did he get hit by the ball? Looking at my record book, that's a hit by a pitch to Decker. So runners on first and second and 1 out. Hopefully he's okay. He'll walk down the first. So Air Freight Unlimited won the Class A title 2 years ago. They'll play in the championship tonight. They beat Highland Park 12-1. Chanhassen winning 4 straight state championships until last year. Beat Meesville in 2021 9-3. Sobieski over Watertown 3-0 in 2021. Again, the Watertown Red Devils not able to get to the state tournament this year. The attendance figures are going to be pretty high. Laconia, Chaska, and Hamburg had 21,000 plus 2 years ago. Now is the first time hitting 20,000. It's like the 50s. First pitch over for a strike to Mergen. Mergen's 0 for 1, a ground out and a walk. So Maple Lake's got something going here in the fifth. Couple of guys on, just one out. That one's hit. Could be two. Steps on the bag for one. Relay to first. He's going to be out. Rack him up. Double play for Bluffton, and the Braves get out of the jam here in the fifth. Isaac Hammond stepping on the bag. Hit across the diamond to retire Mergen and Maple Lake. No runs off of one hit. One left on base and no errors. 5 complete here in Delano on the Neighborhood Sports Network. Winner plays in the finals coming up tomorrow. It's Maple Lake 3, Bluffton 2. We're back in a moment on NSPN.TV, your home for the 100th edition of the State Amateur Baseball Tournament.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Aaron Warman and Kid Callis with you, top of the sixth. 3-2, Maple Lake on top of Bluffton. 3 runs off of 6 hits, 1 error for Maple Lake. 2 runs off of 3 hits, no error for Bluffton. 5, 6, and 7, Josh Dykoff, Logan Pulyu, and Wyatt Hammond. Due up for Bluffton against the drafty Riley Grunhagen. Starting his 3rd inning of work. In 2 innings, he's walked 1 and given up a base hit. Over for a strike, it's 0-1. Dykoff is 0 for 1. Had a sacrifice fly that scored the first round of the game for an RBI. Reached on an error back in the 3rd. Scored an unearned run. Inside for a ball, it's 1-1. And Bird Island and Buckman playing also here on NSPN.TV if you want to check out that game. 1-1 pitch fouled right there at home plate. It's 1-2. And the pitching in this game definitely is slowed down when it comes to the pace. Definitely a slower pace by the pitchers for both teams. And every pitch, every play so critical. 1-2 offering. Down low for a ball, it's 2-2. So a 2-2 pitch coming to the leadoff guy for Bluffton here in the 6th inning. Swing and a miss, strikes out Josh Dykoff, the 2nd strikeout for Winslow, and there's 2 down here in the, or 1 down here in the 6th, excuse me. And Logan Pulyu, the left fielder. Pulyu is 0 for 2, a flyout and into a fielder's choice back in the 3rd. And both teams have had chances, leaving plenty of guys in the base path. That's a strike, it's 0-1. 6 left on for Bluffton. 8 left on for Maple Lake. 0-1 offering. That's popped up, foul out of play. And it's 0-2. Hits the top of the grandstand. Some great merch here. I know they're selling out of most things. Some cool caps, t-shirts. So that's some pullovers down there and programs. Yeah, merch has been very popular here at State. 0-2 pitch. Just missed outside. It's 1-2. Tried to clip the outside corner, did not get the call. And a 1-2 pitch coming from Gruenhagen. That's outside for a ball. It's 2-2. This part of the tournament, I mentioned a few times, comes down to who's got the most pitching left. Now, sometimes you'll see guys who started on Saturday, depending on how their arm feels, try to go out there on Monday in the championship game. But it's getting through the Sunday as a swing and a miss, strikes out. Pull you, back-to-back strikeouts, 2 down here in the 6th for Riley Gruenhagen. And a lot of times you get to the final 8, which was earlier today. It's the first time you have to go to your number 2 pitcher. The way the state tournament is set up, you can throw your number 1 pitcher your first 3 games, or if you get a bye, the first 2 games. You don't have to go to somebody else until, again, you get to the final 8. Down low for a ball to Wyatt Hammond, the first baseman. Hammond's 0 for 2. Couple of strikeouts, struck out once against Winslow, struck out once against Gruenhagen. Trying to get something going, nobody on, 2 outs here in the 6th inning. 1-0 pitch. Over for a strike, it's 1-1. NSPN.TV, your home for Minnesota State Amateur Baseball. I believe this is summer number 4, the network carrying action. 1-1 pitch. Up high for a ball, it's 2-1. I believe coverage started back in 2020 during the COVID year. That tournament ended up taking place in Springfield and Milroy. We had limitations on fans. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, it's 2-2. And Gruenhagen looking for back-to-back-to-back strikeouts here in the 6th. The Twins used to call him a mow 'em down inning. 2-2 pitch coming from Gruenhagen. Swung on and missed, strikes him out, and Gruenhagen strikes out the side. Bluffton goes 3 up, 3 down in the 6th inning. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It remains Maple Lake 3, Bluffton 2. We'll take a timeout. State Amateur Baseball on the Neighborhood Sports Network.
Presented by the Minnesota Baseball Association on Valley Sports Network.
Update over in Litchfield, bottom of the 5th, the Bird Island Bullfrogs. 5-1 lead over Buckman. So the go-to knocked off the defending state champions Nisswa earlier today. Last year took 2nd in Class C. Got their hands full with the Bird Island Bullfrogs, their first ever appearance in the state semifinals. Again, they're in control 5-1, bottom of the 5th. That game also on the Neighborhood Sports Network. First pitch is fouled out of play. Logan Drazum, Ben Geltz in the top of the order here for Maple Lake in the 6th inning. It's outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Drazum's 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. 1-1 pitch. They tried to get hit by the pitch, not able to. It's 2-1. So Rondas Vest starting his second inning of work, complete work. He came in relief back in the fourth. 3-1 pitch. That's hit hard left side. It's got eyes, a base hit in the left field. Hammond, the shortstop, dove for it, able to get to it. And a base hit for Maple Lake. It's a 3-2 game. But Maple Lake, let me count up the guys left on base again. Actually, seven guys through 5 innings left on base for Maple Lake. Without Maple Lake in that win against Jordan, I think they had 3 double plays turned. That's bunted foul, it's 0-1. All 4 teams today playing that small ball. It's Ben Geltz, the right fielder. He struck out and reached back in the third and later scored. An RBI base hit by Ben Clapp. That tied things up at 2. Right now, the game held. The game-winning run would come off a bases-loaded walk by Ben Clapp back in the fourth. That made it a 3-2 game. So a 1-1 pitch coming to Geltz. We'll see if he shows bunt. He does. Gets the bunt down. Got one play. I'll throw it over to first. It's a 1-3 putout. So Geltz gets it done, a sacrifice. Drosem goes to second and back to the top of the order for Luke Phobie. Phobie with no official at bat. 2 walks and a sacrifice bunt for the shortstop. Trying to add to a 3-2 lead. Maple Lake again, the number 3 team out of their region. Last one standing out of the North Star League. Such a tough league with Delano and Hutchinson. 1-0 pitch to Phobie from Rondas Vet. That's a strike. It's 1-1. Josh Dykoff started. He went 3 2/3 innings. Rondas Vet has come in here in relief. 1-1 pitch hit hard. That's going to be a base in the center field. We'll keep an eye. They're going to hold him at third base. Nice job of the shortstop, Hammond. Put his glove up like he had a chance to catch it. And Drazen held. So Drazen goes to third. Runners on the corners for Ben Clapp. Clapp is 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs and a walk. Maybe one of the most dangerous bats in the state tournament steps up. Trying to increase a 3-2 Maple Lake lead. Playing up the middle for a double play is Bluffton. Runners on the corners with 1 out. First pitch to Clapp. Just misses on the outside corner. It's 1-0. Maple Lake again, a mainstay here at the state tournament. I think we said 33rd visit to state. That one's crushed, but hooking foul. Left fielder's got a chance to catch. He's going to make the catch. No, he did not make the catch. Well, if he catches it, a run's going to score. Good hustle over there in left field by Pulyu. And lost vision of him. I mean, I would say here in the 6th inning, when you have the meat of the order due up, you want to catch it if you can. I think you'd give up a run for an out right now with Clapp up and Malachek on deck. So he slid over there and Pulyu just not able to corral it. So a 1-1 pitch coming here to Clapp. Runners on the corners, 1 out. That's inside. It's 2-1. Big batter right here, especially for Bluffton. Trying to keep this a 1-run deficit. The Class C state semifinals. 2-1 pitch. That one's crushed to left field. That's deep. Way back, way back. This one is gone. Home run off the light tower. And just like that, it's a 6-2 Maple Lake lead. Can't make the catch in foul territory, and Ben Clapp with the hammer. And the Lakers up by 4 here in the 6th. Again, with him up, you exchange an out for a run every time. And again, it was a great effort by Pull out and left. I'm going to say 392 is the estimate, the quick estimate. And Ben Clapp has made a 6-2 lead for Maple Lake. I think we're going to have a pitching change here for Bluffton. Couple of base hits and a 3-run homer by Clapp. And Bluffton's going to go their third pitcher of the day. Well, we got a second.
Just a reminder, last call at the burger stand, the bottom of the 7th inning.
Yeah, Clapp had 5 home runs during the irregular season. That's his first year at the state tournament. Yeah, coming into the tournament today, Ben Clapp was batting .538. And he's had a huge, huge game here. 2 base hits, 5 RBIs, a walk, and a home run. Pretty good numbers for Ben Clapp. So Bluffton goes to the bullpen for the second time. So a number 1 throwing. Is that Dustin Geiser? I believe it's number 1. So Dustin Geiser comes in to pitch. I think Aranda's vet went back to short. So the third pitcher to pitch for Bluffton. So that one's hit right side. Nice play with the first baseman. Race to the bag. Geiger's going to win. Did he win the race? He did on a 3-1 putout. Good hustle by Geiser just into the game. And Dustin Geiser again wins the foot race. Malachek's retired. 3-1 for the second out here in the 6th, and Donnie Mavenkamp steps in. Mavenkamp, the cleanup hitter, he's 1 for 3, a ground out, a base hit, and a pop-up. Now one's pop foul right side. It's going to be out of play. It's 0-1. So Dustin Geiser, high school New York Mills. So Bluffton now finds themselves in a 4-run hole here in the bottom of the 6th. Now it's 6-2 after a 3-run blast by Ben Clapp. A lot of clapping going on here in Delano after that shot. Get off the light tower in left field. So an 0-1 pitch with 2 outs to Mavenkamp. 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. It's 0-2. And Riley Grunhagen, draftee from the Cokato Colonels, love that nickname. He is settled in. He's retired the last 5 Braves he's faced. 0-2 pitch, outside for a ball. It's 1-2. So 1-2 pitch coming. So Hammond went to second, Isaac Hammond. That's a strike, and the inning is over. So Geiser comes in and gets 2 outs, but not before the big bang by Ben Clapp. 3 runs off of 3 hits. No runners left on and no errors. 6 complete. 6-2 Maple Lake, the Lakers on top. 9 outs away from the Class C championship game. We'll take a quick timeout as well to thank some more of our great sponsors. So you're watching coverage of the 100th State Baseball Tournament on the Neighborhood Sports Network.
For all your scoreboard, video display, and sound system needs, please give Amy Electronics a call and let their 35-plus years of experience help elevate your game day atmosphere to the next level. Amy Electronics is a local Daktronics representative throughout Minnesota and can be reached at 952-941-9830. Amy Electronics is located in Eden Prairie, Minnesota, just off of Highway 169, Highway 212, and Interstate 494.
Minnesota is celebrating a century of state town ball championships. 80 teams in 2 classes chasing a late summer's dream. For a comprehensive recap of the weekend of state tournament stories and highlights, tune in to Bally's Sports North on Sundays for Amateur Baseball Today, presented by the Minnesota Baseball Association. It debuts right after the Twins Live postgame show. Amateur Baseball Today on Bally's Sports North.
Top of the 7th. I think things a lot more comfortable for fans as the sun starts to set here in Delano. There's almost half the field covered in the shade. Second baseman and right fielder seeing some shade. First pitch is fouled. It's 0-1. 8-9-1 duo for Bluffton. Kyle Dykhoff, Connor Davis, and Isaac Hammond. Dykhoff 0 for 1, flew out to the left fielder back in the second. Reaching a walk back in the fourth. 0-1 pitch hit hard right. The shortstop takes a tough hop on him, stays with it across the diamond and got it. It bounced up on Phobie, but Phobie hanging around over to Drazum for a 6-3 putout, 1 down. And Riley Grunhagen has now retired 6 in a row for Connor Davis. Davis to right fielder, 1 for 2. Base hit back in the third, ground out to the shortstop in the fourth. Bluffton with just 1 hit since that third inning. Called strike, it's 0-1. Still plenty of time for Bluffton. They have 8 outs to work with. Down by 4. Now once hit foul and it's 0-2. Like we mentioned numerous times, the Bluffton Braves never have been this far. I know Cody Kaiser, the draftee from Sebeka, pitches at Southwest Minnesota State out in Marshall. Mentioned in his post game when he was named the player of the game. It's outside for a ball. He was pretty excited. The first thing he said, first time that Bluffton was in the state semifinals. 1-2 pitch. Just missed outside. It's 2-2. Isaac Hammond, top of the order, waits on deck. With 1 out here in the 7th. 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Strikes out Davis. That's the 5th strikeout in relief for Riley Grunhagen. And there's 2 down here in the 7th.
Next up, second baseman, Isaac Hammond.
So top of the order, the second baseman, Isaac Hammond. Hammond's 0 for 2, a ground out, a fly out, and also a sacrifice. That's drilled to right, a base hit. He's got to get to first. To throw to first, he's going to be safe. Strong throw from the right fielder, Geltz. It got to him quick. And Hammond hustling down the baseline, gets a base hit. So a 2-out base runner for Bluffton here in the 7th.
Next up for the Braves, shortstop,
Yeah, draftees have been big for a Maple Lake. We mentioned a Jordan Flick. His Nassau Cokato team was 9-13 during the regular season. Grunhagen pitched for Cokato. They were 8-14 during the season. So a 1-0 pitch with a runner on first and 2 outs. That's inside for a ball. That's 2-0. Yeah, Flick, his record 1-6 with a 3.47 ERA. That just shows how tough the league is because Flick has been pretty good in the postseason for Maple Lake. 2-0 pitches inside for a ball. It's 3-0. Yeah, Delano at the top 2 ERA guys. Malachek, 2.44 ERA. He pitched yesterday in their round of 16 victory. So a 3-1 pitch coming to Rondesvet. He's now playing short. Runner on first, 2 outs. Bluffton has 7 outs to work with. That's a call strike, a good curveball. It's 3-2. It just came back by Grunhagen. So Hammond will be in motion here. 3-2, 2 outs in the 7th. Again, Maple Lake was up 3-2. Ben Clapp, a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 6th. 3-2 pitch hit. That's going to be a base hit over the shortstop's glove. Phobie tried to get to it, not able to. So a couple guys on with 2 outs for the heart of the order. As Jake Dykoff, the center fielder, steps in. Dykoff is 0 for 1, a couple of walks. Flow to the left fielder. So if you're a fan of Bluffton, here's a chance for the Braves right now. Tying run is still on deck. But again, you're down by 4 in the 7th. Got to start chipping away. First pitch at Dykoff. That's hit hard out to left center. It could be trouble. Left fielder dives and makes the catch. Hung up long enough for the left fielder to pull that in. That's Mavenkamp out there. That was hammered, but Mavenkamp makes the catch, and the inning comes to an end. Jake Dykoff hammered it, but Mavenkamp, I think, fighting the sun, found a way to make the catch. No runs off of 2 hits, 2 runners left on base, and no errors. It's stretch time here in Delano. Maple Lake Laker fans, they're happy. Their team's up 6-2 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. 6-2 Lakers on the Neighborhood Sports Network.
MaxBat is proud to support the Minnesota Baseball Association as we are the official wood bat. We take great pride in producing high-quality wood bats for professional, amateur, and youth baseball players worldwide. At MaxBat, our main focus is quality, customer service, and quick turnaround time. All Max Bats are created using meticulous hand craftsmanship and engineering in our state-of-the-art facility in the heart of Town Ball Country, Brewton, Minnesota. Minnesota amateur baseball has always been a big part of our success. We want to thank you for your continued support and for making us the leading wood bat brand in Minnesota. Good luck to all our loyal customers playing in the state tournament.
Aaron Worm and Kid Callis with you from Delano. Our 3rd and final game of the day. It's been a lot of fun. Again, the Ashakabee Indians will take on Air Freight Unlimited. I believe it's 7:30 starts, according to the schedule I've seen. It's all Bird Island. The Frogs lead the Buckman Billy Goats 7-1. So the Bullfrogs, they hold on. They'll be in their first state title game coming up tomorrow. And their road has not been easy to get to the state championship game. I believe they knocked off Waconia, one of the favorites. Again, we got a lot of game left in this one. But it could be Maple Lake and Bird Island in the championship. That's fouled off. 5, 6, and 7, Matt Bergstrom, Riley Decker, and Grant Mergen. So 1-1 pitch coming up. Bergstrom is 1 for 3. A ground out to the pitcher, flow out to left, and also had a base hit. Ben Clapp with a bases loaded walk in the 4th. Gave the Lakers the lead at 3-2. That's called a strike. It's 1-2. Then a 3-run homer by Ben Clapp to make it 6-2. 1-2 pitch coming from Geiger. That one's hit hard but foul. Here's the 1-2 pitch once again. It'll be a quick post-game show. We'll hear from the player of the game and set the stage for tomorrow. And if you can't make it to Delano, 1 o'clock start. Steve Thompson on the call. The Class C championship. That's grounded foul. Still 1-2. Solo today. Know my dad, Mark Worm, was up here yesterday with the umpires being recognized for their work throughout the summer. My son Isaac, he's somewhere doing something. 1-2 pitches up high for a ball. It's 2-2. I think he's inside in an arcade. Joined the day with his mom and his brother. So a 2-2 pitch coming to Bergstrom. That one's hit foul. It's still 2-2. 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for Maple Lake. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Bluffton. 1 in the first, 1 in the third for the Braves. Maple Lake 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and 3 in the sixth. 2-2 pitches fouled. And it's still 2-2. And the question will be if Maple Lake can win this one. Will their ace be able to go on Monday? Just pitched yesterday. Right back to the pitcher. 1-3 put out. Little heat on that one from Geyser. Over to your first baseman, Hammond. There's one down here in the 7th. Gets to the point of the state tournament, especially championship Monday, if your arm don't hurt. These guys are able to bounce back real quick. So that one's hit. That's second base is going to get to it. Plants his feet. 4-3 put out for out number 2. Nice job by Isaac Hammond. Taking his time on the throw. 4-3 for out number 2 here in the 7th. Nice job by Geyser. Geyser's came in and retired all 4 batters he's seen. And Grant Mergen, the DH. Mergen's 0 for 2, a ground out, a walk. Into a double play back in the 5th. Pitch is over for a strike. It's 0-1. And Geyser's job is to keep this a 4-run deficit. Give his team a chance with 6 outs to work with. That one's popped up on the infield. Third baseman from the sun to the shade. That's Dykoff. He'll make the catch. Kyle Dykoff, and the inning is over. So Maple Lake goes 1-2-3, and Geyser in relief has retired all 5 guys he has faced. 3 up, 3 down, 7 complete. From the Delano Municipal Baseball Park. Yeah, 7-1 Bird Island. That game in the bottom of the 6th. We'll take a timeout. 7 complete at 6-2 Maple Lake on the Neighborhood Sports Network.
It started with a simple idea: to break what the game knows, to evolve the standard. It's time to revolutionize defense. Printed in 4D for a breakthrough in technology. Ultra lightweight, resilient, form fit, game ready, and pro tested. Designed for a revolution. Engineered for defense. The Rev 1X.
Local sports coverage can be found on NSPN.TV all year long. From the first crack at the bat in August to the final putt in June.
And that is good for the individual championship.
We are there. Subscribe to the Neighborhood Sports Network to watch events both live and on demand, including state tournament coverage in every sport. Email jobs at nspn.tv if you'd like to join our team of broadcasters and camera operators. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Six-2 game, top of the 8th. Bluffton down by 4. And Riley Grunhagen has been very good in relief. Starting his 5th inning of work, came in the 4th for Winslow, who started. 1-0 pitch, a strike. It's 1-1. You can take those. Yeah, go ahead. Thank you. Justin Dykoff, Josh Dykoff, and Logan Polyu. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Braves. Bats have been quiet the last handful of innings, but not there. A base hit, 6th hit of the game for Bluffton. Braves trying to get something going here in the top of the 8th. Josh Dykoff, he's 0 for 2. Sacrifice fly for an RBI. He reached on an error in the 3rd and struck out back in the 6th. Is that a pinch runner out there? Pinch runner? Number 8? Tyson Bartle will run for Bluffton. So Bartle on first. Leadoff guy is on here in the 8th inning for Bluffton. That's down low for a ball. It's 1-0. So I'm sure Dykoff will come back in on the re-entry, but Bartle out there to run for him. 1-0 pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. It's 1-1. Bluffton finally got a runner to second base last inning. It was the first time they've done that since the 3rd inning. They left the bases loaded. 1-1 pitch. Outside for a ball. It's 2-1. At this stage of the game, being very patient as a hitter. Bluffton needs base runners down by 4. 2-1 pitch. That one smoked. Another base in the center field. Bartles will hold that second. And here comes the Braves. Back-to-back hits. Couple guys on with nobody out here in the 8th inning. And Barthel, we'll go with that for pronunciation, Barthel. We're going to have a conversation again. Riley Gruenhagen's been very good. He's thrown 4+ innings. He had a little trouble last inning, giving up a couple of base hits, and then Jake Dykoff hit a shot to left field. They're going to keep him out there. Nobody warming up in the bullpen. I think it's a state tournament. There's no limits on pitching. Did you wonder if needed? Again, he pitched yesterday. But Hunter Malachek, who sits out there in center field, you wonder if he'll be called on. They have to get a couple outs in this one. So Logan Pulyu, who's 0 for 3, steps in. Yeah, I don't think he's bunting down by 4. He's not. That's down low. Nice stop by the catcher. Good job by Bergstrom to knock it down. So Bluffton not going away. Again, 2.5 hours away, the Bluffton Braves making some noise here in the 8th. Picking up their 7th hit, their 4th hit in the last 2 innings. 1-0 pitch, down low for a ball. It's 2-0. So Barthel on second, Josh Dykoff at first. Again, nobody warming up, so I assume the next guy up is somewhere on the field. 2-0 pitch. That's up high. It's 3-0. So a chance to bring the tying run to the plate if Pulyu can reach. Tense time for Laker fans. 3-0 pitch. Right down Broadway for a strike. It's 3-1. Again, Gruenhagen has pitched very well, but like we mentioned, starting his 5th inning of work in relief. 3-1 pitch. That one's hit hard, but foul, and it's 3-2. So Gruenhagen fighting back. 3-2 pitch coming. State tournaments guys will pitch until their arm just says, I'm done. So I do believe Malachek, you might see him yet today after pitching yesterday. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4 down low, and the bases full of Braves with nobody out here in the 8th inning. And that's going to be all for Gruenhagen. So he's going to go 4+ innings. He's responsible for the 3 guys out there. And guess who's coming in? No surprise. He's coming in from center. Yeah, puts his arms up. He goes, you want me? Yeah, they want him. When you're trying to get to the state championship game for the first time since 2012, they're going to go their ace. And that's going to be, again, Hunter Malachek, Maple Lake graduate, pitcher at St. Cloud Tech. The Maple Lake fans making some noise. They know the lefty's coming. Of a new center fielder. Let's go to the Maple Lake. And I believe this is probably stats before the state tournament. Or it could be with the estate numbers, I'm not sure. But the numbers on the website for Maple Lake. Malachek 11-0 with a 2.52 ERA, 100 innings pitched, giving up 28 earned runs, His strikeout numbers are crazy. 129 strikeouts in 100 innings, but his walks are up there. 47 walks, those 100 innings. So Malachek will come in. And he did pitch yesterday. So we can find that. And he's 2-0 in the state tournament. Get him 9 earned runs, 16 hits, and 22 innings pitched. He's got 16 strikeouts at state, but 11 walks in those 22 innings. So Malachek, the lefty, comes in. Yeah, he pitched yesterday. Actually pitched in the first 3 games of the tournament. He got the win against Sartell. He went complete game yesterday against a very good Muskies team, giving up 1 run off of 4 hits, struck out 3 and walked 3. Got the win against the Cortland Cubs. In game number 2, got a no decision in their victory against Union Hill in round 1. So Malachek is in. Trying to clean up a little mess for the Lakers. Bluffton's got the tying run at the plate. Justin Dykhoff, Josh Dykhoff, Logan Pulyu, each reaching a couple of base hits and a walk. And Wyatt Hammond, who's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. I take that back. He's not going to bat. Austin Rademski. So Austin Rademski is going to come off the bench in a key situation. First pitch over for a strike. It's 0-1. You can't play in the championship game if you don't get out of the semifinal. I'm sure they're hoping to save Malachek till tomorrow. He's in here in the 8th. 0-1 pitch to Rademski. And the pitch, that's inside for a ball. It's 1-1. It's been a fun one. Been a fun day of baseball. Again, Bird Island in control, 7-1 over Buckman last time checked there. 1-1 pitch. Down low for a ball. It's 2-1. Again, like we mentioned, good strikeout numbers for the lefty. Malachek. Also walk numbers kind of high too. So a 2-1 pitch coming to Rademski. The base is loaded, nobody out. That one is crushed to left field. If it's fair, that one is going to be good. And we are tied at 6 apiece. Rademski comes off the bench. It's a grand slam off the new pitcher, and we are tied at 6. Welcome to the game, Rademski. And we got ourselves a brand new ball game here in Delano. It's a 6-6 game, a grand slam. With one swing of the bat, things change in a hurry here in Delano. Wow. Well, they call your name off the bench. You want to be out there in a big-time situation. He got the call, and he took advantage of it with a towering grand slam home run, and just like that, it's a 6-6 ball game. Bluffton has tied things up here in the top of the 8th. That's going to be a hit to the second baseman. Throws over to first, a 4-3 putout. Nice play by Decker. Second baseman retires. Kyle Dykhoff for out number 1. But momentum changing in a hurry. A grand slam home run here in the 8th has tied things up at 6 apiece. So Malachek, the ace, comes on and gives up the long ball to Austin Rademski, high school of Staples. Where's number 17? And again, he came in for Wyatt Hammond, who was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. They made the right move. There's no doubt about that. And we are tied at 6 in the 8th. 0-1 pitch. It's outside for a ball. It's 1-1. 2 base hits and a walk to start the inning against Grunhagen. He'll be charged with all 3 of those runs. That's fall straight back. It's 1-2. So a brand new game here in Delano. Off that grand slam. 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for Maple Lake. 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Bluffton. Curveball's outside for a ball. It's 2-2. Connor Davis, number 9 hitter. Isaac Hammond, the leadoff hitter, on deck. Bluffton fans making some noise. 2-2 pitch, count strike 3. Strikes out Davis. Davis now 1 for 4, a couple of strikeouts, and there's 2 outs. So Isaac Hammond, who's 1 for 3, a ground out, a sacrifice bunt, a fly out, and a base hit. Again, Bluffton, if you went away from our stream, a grand slam by Austin Rademski here in the 8th. A pinch hit grand slam. And it's a 6-6 game here in the 8th. And time is called by Isaac Hammond. What a fun afternoon of baseball. Bluffton beat Delano 1-0. Maple Lake shut out Jordan 3-0. The 2 underdogs coming into the action today, picking up wins. And now battling for a shot at a state championship. Maple Lake got a 3-run home run by Ben Clapp back in the 6th to put them up 6-2. And Austin Rademski with a grand slam in the 8th to tie things up at 6. And the 0-2 pitch coming to Hammond. Now with 2 outs. And the pitch up high for a ball. It's 1-2. Yeah, a lot of fans making sure not to leave until this one's over. 2/3 of the field now covered with shade as the sun sets here in Delano. 1-2 pitch up high for a ball. It's 2-2. What a way to cap off a great Sunday of baseball. Bird Island again up 7-1 over Buckman. Last check there in the 7th. That one's hit the opposite way. Left fielder comes on. He's going to make the catch. Running catch by Maven Camp, and the inning is over. But a grand slam by Rademski. 4 runs off of 3 hits. No runners left on base and no errors. We got a brand new ball game. We head to the bottom of the 8th in the Class C semifinals. Bluffton and Maple Lake tied at 6 on the Neighborhood Sports Network.
From the first crack of the bat in August to the final clay target blast in June, NSPN was there with all of you. Thank you for joining us on a great ride. We were there for the throw.
And he sends it out there, and it continues to fly. A new state record of 2:07.
And the catch.
Fires it back in the end zone. It's caught! Touchdown, Mankato West!
The mat slap.
Leading a bonus, and Clemens has Dorfelson on his back! The ball! And Hastings is going to win it!
And the punch out.
Hit for third, and the ball gets away. Churchill trying to score. Throw to the plate, in time, and the game is over!
Drama on the field and the theater as we witness the awards in fine arts and events that are out of this world. And for the first time ever, we finished up on 18 with every golfer at stake. Thanks for being here. Let's do it again this year as we help create another 12 months of memories.
I'm in the 8th in a 6-6 game. Aaron Worm and Kid Callis with you on the Neighborhood Sports Network. And just like that, Geyser, that's Dustin Geyser. He has retired all 5 guys he faced. He came in relief after a Ben Clapp at the 3-run homer back in the 6th. That one's poked to left, a base hit for the leadoff guy. That's Logan Draza. He's now 2 for 4, so the go-ahead run is on for Maple Lake here in the bottom of the 8th. And Ben Geltz was going to sacrifice bunt last time up. Now I can bet the mortgage that Geltz is going to try to bunt here. The top of the order, Luke Foby and Ben Clapp waiting in the wings. Third baseman for Bluffton, Kyle Dykop playing in. Here in a 6-6 game. He's not. Wow, takes a strike. It's 0-1. Well, thank goodness I didn't literally bet the mortgage. Bet the house. 0-1 pitch coming to Geltz. We'll see if he bunts here. Now he's showing bunt. Down low for a ball. It's 1-1. So his manager gave him one to swing at. Takes that one down low. 1-1. 6 runs off of 10 hits, 1 error for Maple Lake. 6 runs off of 8 hits, no errors for Bluffton. Grand slam by Rademski in the 8th. Top half of this inning has tied things up at 6 apiece. Showing bunt and a 1-1 pitch. Gets the bunt down. It's a good one. Guy just got one play. Over to first. 1-3 put out. So Geltz gets his job done on the sacrifice bunt. Draws and goes to second. Now Luke Phobie. Phobie's reached 3 times. 2 walks, a base hit, a run scored. My guess here is if you can get Phobie, just looking at things from a Bluffton standpoint, if you can get Phobie, even though Malachek is not an easy out either, there's no way you face Clapp if you don't have to. Checks the runner at second. Outside for a ball, it's 1-0. Third pitcher for Bluffton. Josh Dykoff started it. Peyton Radesvet came in, second guy through, and now Geyser. Outside for a ball, it's 2-0. 2-0 pitch coming to Phobie. You do have a base open, but again, Ben Clapp, who's 3 for 4 with 5 RBIs and a home run, waits in the wings. 2-0 pitch, right down Broadway for a strike. It's 2-1. So 2 home runs, 1 by each team. 3-run homer by Clapp. Grand slam by Rademski. And a 2-1 pitch coming here. That one's fouled by Geyser on the pitch. It's 2-2. Again, 1 o'clock. Tomorrow, make plans to be here for the state championship game. You can watch it here on the Neighborhood Sports Network if you can't get to Delano. So go ahead, run on second with 1 out. 2-2 pitch coming from Geyser. 2-2 pitch, just got a piece of it. Reaching out on the outside corner was Phobie to stay alive. To the 2-2 pitch once again. Maple Lake, a team that again has got a lot of state tournament appearance. There's a lot of appearances as a state championship. So that one's hit out to right field. Is that going to hang up? It's going to be caught in right field. Hung up long enough for Connor Davis. And Davis makes a heck of a catch. I thought it was down, but Davis comes flying in to make the catch for out number 2. And now it's decision time. And again, I'd be very surprised they pitched the Clapp. Again, Malachek is not an easy out either, but they are going to walk Clapp. Yeah, no surprise there. Maple Lake fans not happy with that, but obviously that's the right move. Okay, he's got 3 hits. Clapp does a 3-run homer. Going to make somebody else beat you. So Malachek steps in. Malachek 1 for 4. First pitch inside for a ball. Yeah, you never like to see an intentional walk, but from a Bluffton standpoint, that's the only move he had to make there. That was the right move. So 1-0 pitch coming here with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. That's inside for a ball. It's 2-0. Donnie Mavenkamp, who had the big hit in the victory over Jordan, waits on deck. Mavenkamp is 1 for 4. Again, Malachek is 1 for 4. 2-0 pitch coming from Geyser. Down low for a ball, it's 3-0. So Geyser 1 pitch away from moving that go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 8th. 90 feet along, over to third. So a 3-0 pitch coming to Malachek. Checks the runner in the pitch. Count strike, it's 3-1. Come on, 3-1 pitch to Malachek. Checks the runner in the pitch. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So an intentional walk and a walk, and now Donnie Mavenkamp, who's 1 for 4. Mavenkamp had the big triple against Jordan. He scored in that triple. He accounted for all 3 runs, that 3-0 win over the Abreu crew earlier today. Mavenkamp in a spot to be the hero once again. Bases full of Lakers. Draws him on third. Clapp on second. Malachek on first with 2 outs. First pitch, foul. It's 0-1. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 due up for Bluffton in the top of the 9th. 6-6, bottom of the 8th. Grand slam by Austin Rademski in the top of the 8th is why we have a tie game at 6. Lakers trying to jump back up on top. 0-1 pitch coming. Swung on and missed. Took some off of that one. It's 0-2 to Mavencamp. Dustin Geyser, the righty, third guy in for Bluffton, looking for a huge out here at the bases loaded in the bottom of the 8th. Geyser looks in. And the 0-2 pitch, outside for a ball. Good waste on 0-2. Nice job by Justin Dykoff, the catcher, to stop that. So an 0-2 pitch coming. Mavencamp looking for the big hit to put his team back in front. Geyser looking for a big out. Clapp and Malachek. That 1-2, a punch at 2 and 3 in the order, both get walked. So the 1-2 pitch coming. Just got a piece of it, fouls it over the Maple Lake dugout on the third base side. And the 1-2 pitch once again. State championship game berth on the line here in Delano this evening. So get closer to 7 o'clock hour. Approaching 2.5 hours of baseball. 1-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it, still 1-2. Yeah, I think we started at 4:25, so yeah, 2.5 hours in. And still far away from the side and who's going to play for a state championship coming up tomorrow. 1-2 pitch coming from Geyser. Geyser will step off. Who's going to win the battle? Bases loaded. 2 outs, 1-2 pitch. Just missed outside, it's 2-2. So Mavencamp was down 0-2. He's worked the count back to 2-2. 2-2 pitch coming from Geyser. And the pitch. Missed. It's 3-2. Now everyone is going to be moving. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Mavencamp has worked it back to a full count. Now if you're Geyser, you got to throw a strike. Got to challenge him here on 3-2. Last 2 guys have walked, an intentional walk and a walk. 3-2 pitch, little grounder to shortstop. He bobbles it at short, and they're not going to get him. It's an error. It gets by the first baseman, and 2 runs are going to score in the play, and Maple Lake is up 8-6. Shortstop for Bluffton. And I believe that's Rondesvet. So it's a throwing error and a fielding error. Rondesvet will get charged of both errors. And that's too bad. A mistake in the field. If he would have fielded cleanly, he would have got Mavencamp. He had to rush it. Throws it by his first baseman. So Drozum scores. Clapp scores. Malachek goes to third. Mavencamp reaches on the air, and Maple Lake's now up 8-6. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning. They got the ground ball in the 3-2 pitch. Again, shortstop could not handle it cleanly. And Maple Lake regains the lead. Only 1 error so far in this game, but 2 on the same play. Runners going. Not going to throw it down, so Mavencamp hustles in the second base. So a 2-0 pitch coming with runners on second and third. Lakers looking for some insurance. Again, 2, 3, and 4 in the Bluffton order. To face, I'm guessing, Malachek in the 9th. That's lofted out to right. That could be trouble. It stays fair, but hooking foul. That's 2-1. Well, Bergstrom, the catcher, you can look at his uniform. Covered in dirt. He's been working hard today. He got the first 9 innings in the heat. He's got 8+, or 8 so far. He'll be out there for 1 more. It's a long day of work for Matt Bergstrom. But it's definitely worth it if it means a trip to the state championship tomorrow. So a 2-1 pitch coming. That hit him. And the bases are loaded. It was a leadoff base hit by Drazen that got it started. Sacrifice bunt by Geltzgom the second. Now they got a big out when Phoebe flew out to right. They made the right call by intentionally walking, at least in my opinion, intentionally walking Clapp. Put runners on first and second, but they walked Malachek to load the bases. We're going to have a pitching change. Or not a pitching change, take that back, just a discussion. We're going to have a pinch runner. So Mitch Worm is going to pinch run for Bergstrom. Now Mitch Worm, I don't think a cousin of mine, it's spelled different, W-U-R-M for Mitch Worm. So bases loaded, 2 outs. Strike on the inside corner, it's 0-1. So Geyser trying to lead the bases loaded. Maple Lake can kind of put this game away with another hit here in the 8th. 0-1 pitch. Down low, it's 1-1 to Riley Decker, the second baseman. Decker is 1 for 3. Mason in a run scored and walked back in the 5th. So a 1-1 pitch coming to Decker. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Maple Lake now up 8-6, scoring 2 unearned runs. That clips the outside corner. It's 1-2. Again, Runnesvest, Jake Dykoff and Dustin Dykoff wait on deck. That pitch inside. Did he go? No, they appeal. That's 2-2. So a 2-2 pitch coming to Decker. Malachek on third, Mavenkamp on second, Worm on first. Worm with a U, and a 2-2 pitch coming from Geyser. And a 2-2 pitch, that's hit. This should end the inning. Second baseman drops to his knees and makes the play. Want to make sure that's Isaac Hammond. It didn't get by him on a 4-3 putout. We'll keep it right here. Maple Lake with 2 runs off of 1 hit. 3 runners left on base and 2 big errors in the same play. And it's 8-6. We head to the top of the 9th. See if we get a score from Litchfield. Again, Bird Island was in control last check. It's a final. Bird Island, the Frogs, 7 runs off 8 hits, 2 errors. Buckman, the Billy Goats, 1 run off of 10 hits and 1 error. So Bird Island, the Bullfrogs, will play in their first state championship game coming up tomorrow at 1 o'clock here in Delano. So congrats to Bird Island. So the Frogs moving on. Bluffton would like to join them, making their first trip ever to the championship. But Bluffton has got some work to do against Malachek. So Bird Island, they beat Blue Earth 5-1. They beat Waconia 4-2. They shut out St. Martin 3-0. And again, an impressive 7-1 win against Buckman. And Bird Island is in the state championship. Maple Lake beat Union Hill 12-8 in 11 innings. Beat Cortland 8-4. Got by Sartell 3-1. Shut out Jordan 3-0 earlier today. And they're 3 outs away from the state championship game. Their first title game since 2012 when they won the whole thing. 1-0 pitch. Over for a strike. It's 1-1. With Rondevest. He is 3 for 4. 1-1 pitch. That one is fouled. It's 1-2. So Malachek, the ace for Maple Lake. He did give up the grand slam to tie things up. They'll retire the next 3 guys. That grand slam will be long forgotten. Being shut down Bluffton here in the 9th. That's outside for a ball. That's 2-2. Shade now in about 95% of the field. Left fielder out there, maybe a little sunshine around him. And the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He strikes out Rondevest. And there's 1 out here in the 9th. Second strikeout. So Jake Dykoff, the center fielder. He's 0 for 2, a couple of walks and a couple of flyouts. If you're Bluffton, you just want to get that tying run to the plate here in the top of the ninth. Grand slam in the eighth, tied the game up. That's popped up on the infield. First baseman coming in. He's going to make the catch. That's Drazen for out number 2, and Maple Lake is 1 out away from a trip to the state title game against Bird Island coming up tomorrow at 1 o'clock here in Delano.
Now at the plate for the Bluffton Braves, the catcher Justin Dykoff.
Again, Maple Lake has won championships in Class B and Class A. They're the 2012 Class C champions. They finished 3rd in Class B in 2008. So again, 11 years since they've been to a championship game. They're 1 out away from doing that. Is Justin Dykoff. Thanks a strike, it's 1-1. 1 for 2 with a walk, hit by a pitch. Also scored a run. 1-1 pitch coming. That one's fouled straight back. And Bluffton's down to their final strike here in the 2023 state tournament. 1-2 pitch coming. Bullfrogs are in. Maple Lake 1 strike away from joining them. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Goal strike 3, and this one's over. Maple Lake, the Lakers advancing to the championship game coming up tomorrow afternoon. As Malachek strikes out 2 in the 9th inning. And he goes to the heart of the order, 2, 3, and 4. They go down in order. And Maple Lake, it wasn't easy. They saw a 6-2 lead, get away at 6-6, but they take advantage of a couple of errors in the same play. And Maple Lake wins this one 8-6. It'll be Maple Lake taking on Bird Island in the championship game tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Like we mentioned, Bird Island looking for their first ever state championship. For Maple Lake, they were Class B champions in 1931, 1939 Class A champions, 2012 Class C champs, and a chance to hang up another championship title in their ballpark. But what a great run by Bluffton. Bluffton had to knock off Delano 1-0 to get to this game. Delano, they were the favorite coming into the tournament, and Bluffton knocked them off. And how about Maple Lake? Going through a very tough Jordan team to get to this one. And Maple Lake wins 8-6. And I mentioned this in our first broadcast today. It seems like sometimes to win a state title, you got to get a scare. And Maple Lake again got that scare in round number 1. After an 8-0 lead went away, Union Hill tied it at 8, and the Bulldogs had 2 chances for walk-off winners and couldn't put Maple Lake away before they beat Union Hill 12-8 in 11 innings.
Or when you play the game, you get a Minnesota Baseball Association t-shirt. Congratulations, best of luck tomorrow.
So there you go, your player of the game, Ben Clabb, with that big 3-run homer. Ended up with 5 RBIs in the game and 2 runs scored. So your championship game tomorrow, Bird Island, the Bullfrogs against the Maple Lake Lakers, 1 o'clock here in Delano. If you can't get to Delano Municipal Baseball Park, all the action on the Neighborhood Sports Network. That's going to wrap up a long day for myself and Kit Callis. Thank you so much for tuning in. For Kit, I'm Aaron Worm. Final score once again, Maple Lake 8, Bluffton 6. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you on Labor Day Monday.
MSPN.TV, in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association, brings you coverage of the 2023 Minnesota State Amateur Baseball Tournament, the 100th playing of this great sporting tradition. Coverage is made possible by the Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation, treating addiction, transforming lives. By your local McDonald's owners and operators, offering competitive wages, paid time off, and tuition assistance. And by the Star Tribune, your home for the best prep coverage.
The boys of some are gonna play today. And sure as the sun will rise again, there's gonna be another baseball game on the diamond.